Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. All right, dear devotees and friends, we have a new setup here and I hope it's going to work okay for everyone. Let me just adjust that slightly. All right, dear devotees and friends, we've come to you with a live broadcast, which is being recorded, but we're on Instagram and Facebook. I'm in Vila Govinda Ashram in Italy, but we are all next door to each other when we come to hear about topics of Krishna, when we come to have association. Association means that we're able to share something of the topics that have been given to us heart by heart, heart to heart, by Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj, Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rakha Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj, and via the scripture and his recorded messages, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada and Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, the Rupanuga Guru Varga, and to the present day we are trying to share something of the clean, sweet, pure teachings of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Nityam Gauranga, 500 years ago, came with a super gift which happens once in a day of Lord Brahma, which is a long, long time. So we owe it to ourselves to hear what that gift is, to give ourselves some hankering to receive that gift and make ourselves fit so that we're not only wanting something, but we can make ourselves fit to receive it. So, dear devotees, first of all, my respect to you all, and as we've already heard, our honor to our masters and our honor to all of the Vaishnavas, and welcome to all sincere seekers. So we are always hearing about how we should be selfless in our action. We should learn to be a giver without wanting anything for ourselves. And really, if we read Bhagavad Gita, if we read any version of Bhagavad Gita, we can say, then surely it is super clear that Krishna is saying, do not be self-centered, but try to do good for others. Try to do things for others without wanting some reward for oneself. So selflessness is the very basis of a fulfilling life, wherever we are. And it is the beginning, then where we will put our energy. If we are fortunate, we will come across the servitors of the Lord, and we'll help those who are already connected in service to the Lord in their service. And then we will find that our selfless nature finds its proper home, its proper nourishment. So I'm going to read to you today some words from Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rakha Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj. So we are coming as Sharanagatas, as surrendered persons, surrendered souls to the feet of the devotees of the Lord. And then Srila Guru Maharaj is saying, there are two things we must be very careful about. We should not think that if we can't enjoy the fruits of our labor, then there is no reason to work. At the same time, we should not think that we must get some share of the fruits. Remembering this, we should go on discharging our duty to Krishna. That is devotion, and that is the meaning of Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita says, quote, you can't change the environment. If you want peace, you must regulate yourself according to the environment. End of quote. Then Srila Guru Maharaj saying, the whole gist of Bhagavad Gita's advice is found here. Try to adjust yourself with the environment because you are not the master of the environment. All your energy should be devoted to regulating yourself and not the outside world. This is the key to success in spiritual life. Bhakti, devotion, does not depend on the environment or on the dealings of others. It is ahituki apratihata, nothing can obscure that flow except our own ego. I am my own greatest enemy. And now Srila Guru Maharaj is quoting, Udhared atmanatmanam natmanam avasadayet atmaiva hyatmano bandhur atmaiva ripu atmanaha. Quote, we can elevate ourselves or degrade ourselves. We are our own best friend or worst enemy. End of quote. Srila Guru Maharaj continuing, no force outside can check us if we are sincere. Of course, for beginners there is some concern about a proper environment for spiritual cultivation. But even that is also dependent on the nature of their sincerity or sukriti. Nahi kalyana krit kaschid durgating tata gachchati. The assurance is given here by Krishna. He says, I will be there to look after you in any unfavorable circumstances. I am omniscient and I am omnipotent also. So if anyone is directed towards me, I will look after him. And Guru Maharaj continuing, and it has also been seen in history, in the cases of Dhruva, Prahlad, who we were talking about recently with the appearance of Nrsingadev, Nrsinga Chaturdasi. So Guru Maharaj saying, and it has also been seen in history, in the cases of Dhruva, Prahlad, and so many others. Sincerity is invincible. And then just a little bit more. Even obstacles may improve our position if we can take them in the right way. From a higher angle of vision, it may be seen that everything is coming to help us. Do I read more? I mean, now Srila Guru Maharaj is going to quote, Tateno kampangsu samikshamano bunjana evatma kritang vipakang ridvag vapur bhir vidhadhan namaste jiveta yo mukti padesa daya bhag. The Srimad Bhagavatam gives us a most hopeful suggestion for all stages of life. Blame yourself and no one else. Maintain your appreciation for the Lord, seeing everything as His grace. At present, we think our circumstances undesirable because they do not suit our present taste. But medicine may not always suit the taste of the patient. Still, it is conducive to health. This verse is the highest type of regulation given by the Shastra, the scriptures. If you can follow this law, then in no time you will have a very good position. We must be careful not to blame the circumstances, but to appreciate that Krishna is behind everything. Krishna is my best friend. He is in the background of everything. Everything is passing through His attentive eyes, so that there cannot be any defect there. So this is our reading this morning. And this reading, it is not only reading, it is focusing on something which is very much the central theme, the central point for our adjustment to the environment, our proper adjustment to the environment. Everyone is searching for happiness. Everyone is searching for harmony, for peace, for love. Many things which may be said superficially in this world, but with that superficial statement, there is something behind there. There is that truth that somewhere there must be a plane which is harmonious, which is loving, which is not exploitative, which is all helpful. But that plane exists also here if we will only adjust our own view of the environment and our own approach to all circumstances to adjust all of this in consciousness of Krishna, of God, the Supreme Lord, the loving Lord, coming to bring back to his home those who have got some inspiration now in their lives, that I must search for the Lord, I must come to my home, I know he exists. And by hearing from those who are the Lord's own, his friends, those who have come here to bring us from this world to there, then we may get some hunger, some appetite, that yes, that is the life that is worth living for. And I need to not wait for the future, but right now try to readjust my life to make myself fit to go to that plane. And so here Srila Guru Maharaj is saying that this verse to adjust ourselves to the environment, knowing that the Lord's loving hand is there for us, that he is omnipotent, he can see everything, he's doing everything to help those who want to come to him, to come back home. So Guru Maharaj is saying this verse is the highest type of regulation given by the Shastra. So, isn't it a good idea? We should do that. We should adjust ourselves. And then Srila Guru Maharaj says, if you can follow this law, then in no time you will have a very good position. Hare Krishna. And all of this is within the theme of using our time, using our life, using our every moment in the proper direction. So Krishna consciousness means that we will be thinking of Krishna, aware of the Lord, aware of his devotees, always. Whatever we're doing, in our mind, in our consciousness, we'll be seeing the hand of the Lord everywhere. And we shall try to follow the good guidance given by the Shastra, given by the Vaishnavas, given by the spiritual masters of our line. Some are students, some are masters, and some students are masters. And indeed, the great master, Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rakkhak Sridhar Goswami Maharaj, considered, and he said so, he said in this way, he said, I consider myself a student. What to speak of you all, us who have come very recently from the non-civilized world. And you may say, non-civilized? No, we're in the civilized world. It's not a civilized world where there is eating of meat, killing innocent animals, intoxication, illicit sex, gambling, and many other unregulated activities. It's not a civilized world. So civilized world, real civilization, is found in Goloka Vrindavan, where everyone is so civil, so civilized, that they are harmoniously engaged in the environment, but in the environment of pure service. So we just also heard a couple of days ago that Yoga Maya, when we can come within Krishna's Leela section, the Leela worlds, the pastime worlds of the Lord, then Yoga Maya, she keeps out illusion. Whereas where we are just now, Mahamaya is keeping out reality and keeping us in illusion. But Mahamaya, she has a duty to do. She is a devotee, and she is keeping within the correctional facility those who need to be corrected. But once we come to give attention to what is correction and how to do that, then Mahamaya also will come to give assistance, come to open the gates and release us from the correctional facility. So these are a few words today, and the life of Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Sridhar Maharaj, and the life of Srila Gurudev, Srila Govinda Maharaj, are our living example of how to live in harmony with the environment, how to be Krishna conscious. And we are always not just remembering like a historic matter that, oh, long ago I was with this person or that person, but we try to remember the example, the the way Guru Maharaj and Gurudev behaved, how they responded to so many situations, and keep that living example with us today. So it's not a matter of living in the past, it's a matter of keeping alive today the teachings, the mood, the heart, the sweetness, the well-wishes of our masters. And the head master, Mahaprabhu and Nityananda, Nitai Gauranga. Let us keep everything in its full context. We've got Nitai and Gauranga have come to this world with their associates. For what? To reach out to us in this world. So those who are listening, those who will be listening or seeing, then you are within this category that has some recognition, however small it may be, our capacity to understand what Mahaprabhu has given, the gift of the Golden Lord, the most generous aspect of God, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu coming to give himself. Whatever little we've captured of this, we can recognize that this is a great fortune. It's a wonderful time. We've got the most wonderful masters who've spread in the international and much easier language to learn, English, in the international language of English, rather than in Sanskrit or the Indian languages, Bengali and Sanskrit. But in English, they've come directly to present in an understandable way things we should do. And here today, we have been given a very sweet description, clear description, to adjust to the environment. The Lord is behind everything. He's our greatest well-wisher. We need to make ourselves our best friend and not our enemy, and not try to adjust the environment, but to adjust ourselves. Jai, wonderful Srila Bhakti Rakak Sridhar Goswami Maharaj, the author of what we are reading today, Ki Jai, and his super servitor and inseparable, wonderful Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj, who's opened the doors to allow us to have the association and allow us to come to understand the gift and teachings of Srila Guru Maharaj, our wonderful Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai, and our wonderful Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who in absolute selflessness, opposite of selflessness, in the absolute mood of self-giving, giving all his energy, so that we of the Western world, as well as back to India, coming to appreciate the gift of Mahaprabhu and Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and he has received this initiation from Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and his full Shiksha teaching, his instruction from his Siksha Guru, Om Vishnupad Srila Guru Maharaj, to this wonderful Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, to our head at his lotus feet. So to our three great gurus who have brought Krishna consciousness and the very first wave ever of Mahaprabhu's Krishna consciousness to the world, our head at their feet, and let us try sincerely to follow their guidance. Nitai Gaura Premanandi, Hari Hari Wo, Bancha Kalpatarubhyascha, Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha, Patitanam Pavanevyo, Vaishnavevyo, Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shri Vasadi, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.